Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the reigning NFC champs and the Steelers. All that and more coming up next.
So the Saints offense taking up.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Saints and the Steelers, and it's coming up next.
With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year, as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, the Lombardi Trophy's in the building, and we've got a fight to see who's gonna raise it. Between the New Orleans Saints and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of... So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And leading them out, one of the league's longest tenured quarterbacks.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. When you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
Here's a give up the middle. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. We'll need to pause now after our first play. One of the D linemen injured on it, and medical staff out now to look at him. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down. They send a tight end in motion. They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Slot man in motion left. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 41. Looking to the air here. This is complete to Olave. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 38. Into traffic, complete. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll try and punch it in. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. Trying to throw here out of the gun. The throw is caught. Touchdown, New Orleans! What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
The Saints and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
On first down, they'll run. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
2nd and 8. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Throwing from the gun. This finds Likely. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
They kick the running back in motion. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Completed to his running back. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Running back sent in motion. From the 31. That's Likely on the quick slant. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Throwing now off play action. Has it at the 7. It's a New Orleans touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The Saints are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
To throw it on first down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. We've reached the 2-minute warning. The Saints pushing for a score before the break. Motioning left is Olave. From the 35 on second down. Complete out to the right side. And as he goes out of bounds, we've got a flag on the play, likely against the defense. Things got a little too carried away there, and we are not surprised at all to see the flags fly and the penalty called.
Automatic first down.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. They're set up at the 35 now. To throw here on first down. Escape. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. Another try following the sack. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. From the red zone now. Brought in right side. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Timeout taken by the offense. They're second. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints grow their lead just before halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
The Saints headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone, but through 3 possessions so far. Perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 23. Into the hands of Olave. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Play action on first down. This is complete to Olave. It's a race down the right side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints push their lead further to start the half. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And our team in the truck putting these highlights together, well, they certainly had plenty of touchdowns to choose from. 4 of them, actually. Though the way he's been playing, Brock, you cannot count on him being done reaching that end zone just yet. They'll run here on first down. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. To the air now on 1st and 10. Olave with the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Going ground on 1st and goal. Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it. Someone punched it out. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. 8 yards on the pickup. 2nd and goal at the 1. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate, where they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants.
They give it to him up the middle. Dodges the tackle, and he's in. Touchdown. The Saints lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Dump off caught by his back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league. That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. That's incomplete left side. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. One of the tight ends motioning right. Plowing up the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. He'll throw it into the hands of Likely. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Pass play coming here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Give now to the running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Saints up by 8. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Back to the well again. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time, 1:55 to go. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Another carry for him. And they bring him down around the 34. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Here's first and 10 from the 34. Right up the gut. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Here's the handoff. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Steelers use their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Here he is to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. And holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. They'll run here following the penalty. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Trying the right side. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they'll have just one left to burn now. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Back-to-back carries here. And he will score! And with almost no time left, that should clinch the win! So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
At the podium now in his final act of the season, Commissioner Goodell to award the Lombardi Trophy to the New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl 68 champions. So that is a wrap. Another memorable NFL season in the books for our entire team here at EA Sports. For my partner Brock Hewitt here, our fellow commentators Brandon and Charles, Mike and Greg, I'm Kate Scott saying thanks for watching. We cannot wait to catch y'all again next season. Until then, good night, everybody, from the Super Bowl.